Food infection, also called as foodborne illness, is an infection or irritation of your digestive tract that spreads through food or drinks. Viruses, bacteria, and parasites cause most food poisoning. Harmful chemicals may also cause food poisoning. Most of food infection can be traced to one of three major causes, which is bacteria, parasites, and viruses. Those pathogens can be found on almost all of the humans eat. However, heat from cooking usually kills pathogens on food before it reaches our plate. Foods eaten raw are common sources of food poisoning because they don't go through the cooking process. Meat, eggs, and dairy products are frequently contaminated. Butter may also be contaminated with organisms that cause illness.
So, you guys already know the definition of food infection, the causes and the treatment, right? Now, I will tell and share to you guys what is the symptoms that may occur when we get food infection. Also, I will give the example of food infection. How do we know that we have a food infection? The infection can happen when you eat or drink something that is contaminated by a bacteria, virus, and parasite. It's often to inflammation, leads to diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, abdominal cramps, abdominal pains, and sometimes it can be a fever. The infection can last between 1 to 3 days. Therefore, the example of food infection are salmonellosis, shigellosis, and listeriosis.
Now I will be continue on foodborne intoxication, which is it is happen when poisons or toxins in food are consumed. So it will causes as a disease. Foodborne poisoning is another term for foodborne intoxication, which is after eating infected food, dangerous bacteria growing on the surface of the food are discharged into circulation. Diarrhea, vomiting, stomach cramp, fever, and exhaustion are all symptoms of foodborne sickness. Foodborne intoxication can cause severe dehydration, hemolytic uremic syndrome, and other consequences in some circumstances. Lastly, meat, poultry, dairy product, eggs, and fish are all potential of foodborne illness.
Okay, next I will explain about the example of foodborne illness in food intoxication. Alright, so for the first one is the Bacillus cereus. Alright, this Bacillus cereus is a foodborne pathogen that can produce toxin and also can be found in soil and raw plant foods such as rice, potatoes, peas, and also beans. Alright, so for the second one is the Staphylococcus food intoxication. Alright, so this Staphylococcus aureus is a common bacteria that can be found in humans and also animals. Alright, this also can be categorized by a sudden start of nausea, vomiting, and also the stomach cramp. Alright, so for the last one is botulism. Alright, this botulism is a rare but a serious illness that caused by a toxin, and also that can attack our body nerve and cause difficulty in breathing, and also can cause death. Alright, the common sources of foodborne botulism are homemade foods that have been improperly canned, preserved, and also fermented.
What is toxic-mediated infection? It is an illness that causes from eating a food that contains harmful microorganisms that produce a toxin inside a human body. This kind of microorganism would colonize the stomach or intestine, making toxin as they live and grow. The toxin that produced inside the body causes the foodborne illness symptom. The illness that causes from this infection is Clostridium perfringens, which most people do not get severe illness. And the second one is a hepatitis A, which is a viral disease with a short-term infection that has spread through the personal or close contact.
Okay, now it's about vitamin, which is Aidilfitri is also a food fiesta that have rendang ayam, nasi impit, kuah kacang, and many others. So vitamin C supplements and biotin is really needed during Eid Mubarak for contribute to the body's regular energy and producing metabolism. This vitamin C can help to alleviate exhaustion and fatigue.